The other really big story, Mark, in terms of Lincoln Riley's stab is that defensive backs coach Roy Manning uh, finally, it was announced on or reported on Monday that he's going to come over to USC. He remember the highly touted prospect, and he did it before he signed a contract at USC. He did it while he was still listed in the OU coaching directory. His name finally got removed on Sunday before the announcement of his pending move was made on Monday. It was reported out by Bruce Feldman in particular. So, that sequencing does not look good for Lincoln Riley. That if you're going to make a coaching move, it's incumbent upon the head coach, and the athletic director needs to kind of keep tabs as well. But like the head coach needs to say, hey, I'm taking these guys, and he needs to get secure, firm commitments. They all need to, be wearing USC apparel, and they need to be representing themselves as coaching USC. You can't really have a situation where, and this is not a confirmed fact, but reporting from The Athletic, Jason Kersey, the beat writer for Oklahoma at The Athletic, he said Domani Jackson in a story gave the appearance or the impression that Roy Manning was recruiting him on Oklahoma's dime, but for USC. You can't do that. That is an obvious ethical violation. And Lincoln Riley needs to keep his house in order. You can't be doing things in a wayward, sloppy way like that and earn respect. And, who knows if there's going to be any sort of repercussions from this down the road. Mike Bone at USC needs to be stepping in and not just demanding accountability. He needs to create accountability. He needs to ensure accountability on this. So that's a real mess. That's a pothole that Lincoln Riley appears to have stepped into. I mean, we don't know for a fact that Manning was recruiting Domani Jackson to USC while still being on Oklahoma's payroll, but certainly a lot of people have been led to believe that, and just the conflict of interest, the appearance of a conflict, that is problematic enough. So that is something that really needs to be addressed here, and it shows that while Lincoln Riley deserves to run USC football, that's what he's paid for. That's why, even though we have that situation, Mark, Mike Bone has to apply at least a little bit of timely oversight. Like, it's not saying, no, Lincoln, you can't do what you want. It's not that. It's that if you get what you want, if you want to do what you want, there's still a way to go about that process. That's the distinction. And so Mike Bone needs to show that he knows where to draw the line with Lincoln Riley.
Absolutely. We've discussed that angle on the Oklahoma channel, and you would think, certainly based on the separation not being under the best terms, that Oklahoma would be after the NCAA to pursue that to the nth degree. And also, Lincoln Riley, my goodness, as soon as he announced that he was leaving and this USC hiring was taking place, he had all sorts of 4- and 5-star recruits interested, some from Oklahoma. So he doesn't have to cut any corners just from a business sense. Forget the ethics for a second. Just from a business sense, he doesn't need to be taking, you wouldn't think, those kind of risks that could be really undermine his, like you say, his reputation, but also undermine what they're trying to build there at USC. They don't need NCAA investigations going on. That's for sure.